Dollar Tree has some new makeup on the shelves. So I picked up a few products to see if they're actually worth $1.25 or if we're just excited because they are new. I grabbed 3 eyeshadow quads from the new LA Colors line. We got a new set of eyeshadow brushes and a couple other things I was really curious about. And I will give my thoughts on whether or not they're worth it as we go through the video. If you're new here, I test a lot of Dollar Tree beauty so you don't waste your money. So definitely subscribe if that's your thing. And let's go ahead and get started. So I've got my brows done and my eyelids prepped with primer, and we're gonna dive right into the eyeshadow. So one of 3 of my Dollar Trees had the entire collection from LA Colors, the seashell line, I don't know what it's actually called. And I picked up all 3 eyeshadow quads. First of all, you guys, the packaging is an absolute 10 out of 10. I mean, look at that. That is just simply gorgeous. Who says you can't have fun packaging at the $1.25 price point, right? So we've got Mermaid Vibes, Tropical Reef, and Siren's Call. And I know if you've been with me and you're one of my Dollar Divas, you think I'm gonna go right into this one, and I might. But I wanna try to use at least a shade from each quad. I'm gonna go into Tropical Reef and go into that shade right there for all over my lid. And I do have new brushes, and there's no brand name on here. They do have several different colors. It says it includes a nose contour shadow brush, a blending brush, a blending eyeshadow concealer brush, and a crease makeup brush. A lot of that does not make sense to me, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use them for how I see fit. They're really soft. This one here would be really nice for shimmers. That's a nice little like precision brush. And then these are kind of nice all over brushes. One's a little bit angled. So I'm gonna just dive right in with this big fluffy one right here. So this seems to be going on very nice. I'm not really wanting any color payoff from this necessarily. I'm just laying down a base for my other shadows. I'm gonna take the same brush and go into that pink shade there in Siren's Call. That is going on so nice. I mean, that just went onto my lid so beautifully. This brush here is super, super soft, and it's really giving a nice blended result. That is gorgeous. So far, these seem to be the same quality that we know and love from LA Colors. And so far, I have positive vibes about the eyeshadow brushes. I will use all 4. So now I'm gonna go into that blue shade because, well, y'all know me. And I'm gonna take this flat brush right here. I'm gonna really wanna pack this on the way I do. Oh, I'm making a total mess. This has some shimmer in it. I'm not gonna bring it all the way to the corner of the eye because I'm gonna use something in there to brighten it up. This does have a lot of fallout, but I'm really wanting to kind of put this in more in the center of my eye because I'm gonna smoke it out and then put something bright in it on the inner corner. And I'm not spraying the brush with this one here like I usually would do if I used a flat brush. I don't know why I don't feel the need to do that, but I'm not. So this teal color here is very pigmented, but it also has a little bit of a sheerness to it. Okay, so now I'm gonna start making this make sense. So a lot of these eyeshadows aren't super like metallic, but they're not matte. They're kind of like a, would you call it a satin? Where it's good, it's got like a bit of a shimmer in it. So I'm gonna take my first brush and I just wanna blend the crease just a little bit. It's okay that it has a little eyeshadow on it. I think I wanna go into that shade right there and start kind of smoking out just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and use the angled brush for this. This also has a little bit of shimmer in it. Just gonna keep that on the outer part of the eye. There we go, that's softening it up just a bit and blend it into that teal. Now I'm gonna go into Siren's Call. I'm gonna go into that shimmer right there. I'm gonna use this flat brush here, and I am gonna spray the brush with some setting spray. This is from the Ioni Feel of Allure line, and I'm gonna take this and just go on the inner part of my eye and just blend it. Beautiful. It's feeling very, very mermaid. So I'm gonna come back and finish up the eyes because I like to do the rest of my face before I add the finishing touches. So far, the verdict on these is they are the same quality that we've come to know and love from LA Colors. These particular color stories are a little bit more, there's not so much like matte and shimmer as much as they've all got a little hint of shimmer, with the exception of these 2 shades right here. And there's a little something for everybody. One color story might stand out to you a little bit more than another. And one thing I think I can say confidently about all these color stories, and you know this is very important to me, I think each color story you can get a complete look because they come with a light shade and then a couple mediums and then something that's a little bit darker so you can kind of smoke out the look just a little bit. So although it's nice to have all of them to dip into, I do feel you can get a complete look with each one if a particular color story stands out to you. And of course, packaging, 10 out of 10. And I will give my final thoughts when I add the finishing touches. Okay, so I added my lashes and my concealer and my foundation, and I'm waiting on powder because I want to try a new cheek and lip stain. So I hauled this a couple weeks ago. This is the Yada brand Be My Water tint. This is in rose pink. It's supposed to be kind of like the Bennett tint, and it's supposed to be, like I said, a lip and cheek tint. I'm not gonna be using it as a lip tint today because I just don't really like a lip tint, to be completely honest. And I do have a lip gloss I wanna try, but it's very reminiscent of Benefit, and it's a very, very liquidy product. And I think I'm gonna apply this the same way I would a liquid. I'm gonna put it like on the back of my hand, like that, and take my beauty blender and see how this does. I'm not really seeing a lot of color payoff. See, it dries down really quick, and it does kind of leave a stain temporarily. So I'm gonna do something that I don't know if I should do. I'm gonna dot some of it. Okay, blended up pretty nicely. I'm gonna add more because I feel like it's just a very, very light effect, which is nice. And the beauty is, I guess you can just keep adding more until you get the desired effect. So now I don't feel like you can really see it as much on camera, although I think you can. It's a little bit splotchy. It kind of looks like my cheeks look when I kind of get flushed. And I don't mean that like in a good way. Like I mean it kind of like it actually looks like my cheeks are flushing under my makeup, and I like a little bit more of like a refined look. Like I like my blush to look like it's like a natural blush type of effect, but like not really. You know what I mean? I still want it to look polished, and I feel like this is just a little bit too much like actual blushing, which I don't really like. So I'll work with it again, but for my taste, like I said, I'm not a lip tint person, and I don't really know that this is my thing as far as cheeks go. I think I much prefer, for sure, a powder, but also a cream or a liquid blush that's just gonna give a little bit more of a easy to control application, if that makes sense. So far, kind of first impression using it, first time using it, this is something personally I would pass on. This is probably gonna look a little bit more skin-like too, which is good in one way, but like I said, I kind of like a little bit more of a polished look with my makeup. But if you do something that actually looks more skin-like, especially when you put it on your lips as a stain too, your lips are gonna look just more natural, not like there's necessarily a product on it. This here might be for you. So I just applied some powder, and now we're gonna come back and finish up the eyes. I'm gonna apply this shade right here for under my brow bone, and I'm just gonna use my finger. I don't know that the shade's actually gonna do a whole lot, to be completely honest. It doesn't really seem to have done a ton for the under brow bone highlight. And then I'm just gonna go into that same shimmer for my inner corner, and I'm gonna use that little tapered brush. Pack the product on there, and I'm gonna spray it. That's given a really nice inner corner highlight. So now I want to smoke out underneath, and I don't know exactly what I want to use. I might go into that kind of pinkish shade. I'm just going to use my smudger brush, because this set of makeup brushes doesn't have a smudger brush. So while I'm doing this, I'll start to give my thoughts on the eyeshadow brushes. I think they're really, really nice. You know, Dollar Tree really does carry some really nice brushes, and they're only getting better. And I think the set, there's not a useless brush in the set, which is something I look for. I don't want to buy a makeup brush set that has like stuff I'm not going to use or can't use. So I like all 4 brushes have a purpose. They're really, really pretty looking. They're really, really soft, and I think they applied my shadow just as good as any of my more expensive brushes. Big thumbs up on the makeup brushes. My final thoughts on these are really very good. Like I said, if one color story stands out to you, I think you can get a complete look with each one. You don't have to have all 3 if one of them seems to be more your jam than the others. And the quality is amazing, like LA Colors shadows are. My only gripe a little bit is I tend to like more like clear shimmers and mattes, and these are all just kind of somewhere in the middle. But if that's not a bad thing, it's just for me a personal preference. But LA Colors really did a wonderful job with this collection. They've been doing some really fun theming in the last couple of years, and this one here absolutely did not disappoint. So this is not a new product per se, it's just a new product to me. This is the LA Colors Brow Wax. This is a clear brow wax, kind of a stick, and I'm gonna give it a try. It's almost like an eyeshadow stick type of a concept. I'm gonna press it onto my brows and then use a spoolie. And my brows are not always the best example because I don't have a ton of brow hair, even though I use a serum to grow them and stuff. But I would say that that really gave my brow a little bit more of a defined look. And it feels like it's kind of holding them in place without being too firm, like the brow lamination from Be Pure, which has a really, really firm feel. And a little bit of the product seems to go a long way. It seems like you'll get a lot of mileage out of this. Yeah, you know, I like it a little bit better than I thought I would. Is it completely necessary for someone like me? Probably not. But yeah, I think overall, my brows feel a little bit more secure. I wonder if a product like this, now I never have any problem with my eyebrow pencil like lasting on my brows, but I do wonder if this would help it stay on, if that is like an issue that you do have, like if you have to sweat a lot or something like that. I wonder if this would help lock the brow products in place. I don't know, share your thoughts definitely in the comments. But yeah, I mean, like I said, this isn't completely necessary, but it's not nearly as disappointing as I thought it might be. So then last but not least, I got a lip gloss. I hauled this a while back. This is from Beauty Intuition. It looks like dessert, like they've been doing with some of their lip products. So packaging is super cute. Has a scent, it kind of smells like strawberries. Since it is a gloss, I'm gonna do the lip tint just to say we did, and then I'm gonna put that gloss over it. I think the gloss is actually gonna be just it's gonna be a lip gloss. Okay, so I've got it on, and I think it's actually kind of one of the better ones that I've tried. I've tried one from Temu. Of course, I tried the Be Pure one that I didn't really like. It's not looking splotchy like some of my experience using lip stains. It's still not really my look. My kind of go-to is a lip liner and some kind of a lip gloss. Now let's put this over it. I guess the beauty too is I'm a lip balm girl too. You can put your lip balm over this and still have like a little bit of color. The gloss kind of has a strong like strawberry taste, but it feels silky. It's not sticky at all. I don't know how long it'll last. And this is gonna be crazy. I think I like it better as a lip stain than I do as a blush, which totally is shocking for me. It's not necessarily a product that I'm gonna reach for and use a whole lot, but I really am surprised at how well I like it on my lips. So we've done yet another video where I test $1.25 bargain makeup and not a fail in the bunch. Definitely let me know down below in the comments which of these you've tried and what you think of the products, and also if any of them shocked you. Make sure you're subscribed for more content like this. Definitely give this video a like and a hype if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.